Right guys, we're in the RS6 Performance. This is Ben to my left, who very kindly sort of got in contact with me over social media and offered me a drive in his stunning dream spec RS6 that we're all a bit excited about. So what mods have you done to this car?
Just the exhaust at the moment.
Just exhaust and some custom plates that look really good as well. They really sort of set the car off. But it's a Performance, so it's 600 stock, but you've had it dynoed at 620 odd?
Yeah, it came out at 620 and then the exhaust adds about 9 or 10.
Okay, extra, yeah, you needed that extra 9 or 10.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's a bit sluggish.
So like it comes at a performance package is on top of the original.
Yeah, so it's originally what, 560s the normal car?
560s stock.
And it brings it up to 620.
605.
605.
Yeah.
But then when this went out on the dyno, it came in at 620.
Ben's Instagram, which is basically this car and its life, is the_beast_620. We're gonna go and have lunch somewhere and just enjoy the car. Oh, it's just lovely. Listen. That was just like
a tickle.
Tiny tickle.
There's some pretty horrible houses around here, isn't there, Joe?
Yeah, it's pretty run down. 1 second, and
common lot. Piss off.
I'll just change down again because I can.
Put a learner badge on this.
Yeah. The guy's face behind. I think he's.
He don't know what to think.
Oh, it's
my
just
God.
so nice.
The other reason I went for the exhaust I've got on, the Akrapovic, is I didn't want a motorway drone.
Yep.
Because that was a big thing for me. I would have not had an exhaust if it meant I was going to have a drone, because I do a lot of motorway miles. Akrapovic do a specific exhaust for this specific model.
It's bespoke and they've actually designed it.
Yeah, exactly, with everything in mind, not just a crazy loud exhaust that everyone will hear when you drive past. This young kid came out of McDonald's next to us on the phone and just like shouted at us and said, oh, you see that Ferrari, mate? Yeah, that's rubbish. You see this? This is a bad boy car.
Oh my God.
Like, eating his McDonald's still.
Brilliant.
Just laughing at him.
It's the most unintimidating, ridiculously high performance car that you could ever buy. But you press the right buttons and you start pushing on it just turns into the beast.
That's kind of like what you want your girlfriend to be like.
Yeah.
It's unintimidating, lovely.
Mate, this is all going in the video.
And then
you get her in the
bedroom. Press the
bedroom.
right button, she turns into a beast. Am I wrong though?
No, you're absolutely right. Launch control in the RS6 Performance. Ready, Ben?
Yeah.
See how far you can lean forward. See how long you can lean forward for. And off. And that was 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. The first time I've been a passenger doing that.
Does it feel? Yeah. It probably feels faster as a passenger.
It was unreal.
Some dogging going on over there. I'll just put the foot down. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, as if you'd smoking this.
Mind you, I can see me cruising around town with a cigar in my mouth.
That's the thing you would be.
go.
That's insane.
There you go.
Oh dear.
Nice car, mate.
Yeah, loose.
Where'd you steal this from?
Managed to win a few World Cups.
Oh,
So,
okay, nice. Yeah. You're a bit of a ball, aren't you?
Yeah, a bit
You
of
just
a
need a
baller.
cigar now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's Ben, the owner, in the back seat.
Oh, you got me!
It suits
I
you,
trapped
mate.
him in the back.
Yeah. Right, so we've now got Brendan in the driver's seat. I'm in the passenger seat, and Ben very bravely, although actually saying that, he's probably in the safest position in the back. Yeah, so Brendan's first driving an RS6.
Absolutely, very excited.
Yeah, and what?
More than.
More than excited.
Yeah.
You're such a baller, look at the way you hold it.
See what I see here about the brakes?
Oh, yeah, they squid.
Wow, that gear change is insane.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, long gone are the old sort of laggy automatic boxes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, the last sort of 10 years even, autos are producing quicker 0 to 60 times than the manual equivalents. Especially nowadays, they're just, you physically can't change gear that quick. But
I always go back to when I drove your M2, that was like, for me, one of the funnest cars I've driven.
yeah,
And then we went to go and look at that new RS4, and it
Yes.
just made that your M2 just made the RS4 just feel laggy and slow, and it wouldn't downshift quick enough and all sorts. But
yeah, the software in these ones, they've really improved. So it does feel a lot quicker as a passenger.
yeah. Getting a drive in Ben's RS6. Oh man! 60 miles an hour! Ben, what a beast you've got.
And you got a nice car.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my god, my cheeks are gonna be like, ah.
Right, we've done a bit of a musical chairs now. I'm obviously in the back, and that makes sense because I am the biggest kid here, I think, for sure.
Let the fun begin.
You're not gonna get bored of that either. Just those dials going.
Yeah. What was that you're trying to show me forward there? And that just changed in a second. Oh. He loved it. He's like, that's the car I'm telling you about. We should trade the Range Rover in and buy an RS6. Damn right you should. Can you just tell the camera, just talk about like what your highlights are about the car?
Well, instantly, I've obviously got the older style RS4, and this one feels like you're more in a cockpit. It's all like a bit more enclosed for me. It's got the amazing same sort of Audi steering wheel, you know. It just feels right, you know.
The grips are in the right place.
Absolutely.
You got the flat bottom.
You know, I'm not a driver. I don't drive a lot of them, but it just feels right to me, and that. All I can really compare it to is when we went in the RS4, the new RS4.
Yeah.
And this is just like, even like just playing up and down these roads, it's so much more playful to me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas that RS4 to me was a little bit dull.
Yeah, I'd say it was a bit numb.
Yeah.
And I'd always say, and I do talk about this a lot, that Audi make the best. I mean, Audis are beautiful. They're beautiful objects. The interiors are the best in the world, I would say, especially for the money. But Audis in general tend to be pretty numb objects to drive.
Yeah.
They do everything well, and that's about it. But the RS products are almost like that. You know, someone's come along and just gone, no, you're not doing that with the car. We're going to play with it and make it a little bit crazy.
I think what I like about mine is like when you do drive it fast, like you're changing gear, you're always on it. You've got the normal gearbox, and that keeps it lively.
Yeah.
Whereas we had the similar speed and similar thing in the new RS4, and it took a lot of that. It took a lot of those fun factors out of it, and it was still the same sort of thing without those other little controls that you want to play with and play around with.
Yes, yeah.
And you couldn't rev it out, you couldn't downshift as good.
No.
Whereas this has got, I found
it really
that.
doesn't. Yeah, it was an early one, wasn't it? It was like a 2013, was it, or something?
Yeah, 13 or 14.
But yeah, they just especially second to first, not third to second or second to first. It's just like nothing, and then it gives you a downshift, and that is frustrating, especially someone coming from a manual.
This one's got that extra bit of power, like the playfulness has got right back in it.
Yeah. She like.
No, Joe.
Yeah, sorry. See, that's
been off the market too long.
I know.
How many beers?
Like Shandy.
Yeah, I just want to hit some turns in it.
Yeah, well, there's some roundabouts. We'll just go down here.
That's the noise I love.
The road is greasy as, isn't it, out there? Like it's slip, looks. You just feel the tyres biting in.
Ben, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
I'll just do a little bit of a reviewing side of this video now and just talk about this car compared to the last generation V10 Audi, which had a masterpiece of an engine in it, and it was a fast straight line weapon, but it was a very numb tool. It wasn't the most exciting car, and it wore off. I had a couple years ago that I was shipping out to New Zealand, and I got bored of them quite quickly just because they weren't exciting to drive. They didn't want to go into corners, they just wanted to go in a straight line, and they were very good at doing that. Move on to this generation, and it's a different ball game. And in fact, this car with the 21-inch wheels and massive tyres on it, it turns in so well. It really does, and it feels like it wants to turn in as well, which again is very un-normal Audi. And we discovered on Gumball that it's not too much of an understeering beast either. And in fact, we even got the tail out a few times. But
really?
Yeah, we did. But yeah, which is very unusual and something you wouldn't expect in a 2 and a bit ton 4-wheel drive Audi. But there you go. We got a chap down there. Just lays the power down so well. It's like you don't have to think about it. And in terms of straight line pace, I mean, I just wouldn't ever be able to sort of keep up. I mean, in my M2, I think this guy wants a bit of a...
Oh my god.
Yeah, I could feel the back end moving around a bit then.
Move.
So that... I'm just like, see you later, mate. But also, just through there, obviously this is Ben's car, and also I've just jumped in the driver's seat, so I don't like to abuse cars too much, but I could just feel going through that roundabout there, I was easy on the power, and I could feel the back end not moving at all. Yeah, exactly, it was, and I could feel it through the seat of my pants as well, which for a car this size says a lot about the suspension setup and the way it is designed. But I could feel it moving, and that is important, because again, in the old RS6 for instance, you just wouldn't feel anything through there. The first sort of sign you'd get of we're going too fast is the car would just start pushing, the front end would push, and just be very safe, and then you'd have to come off the accelerator. But this is this is something else, man.
I have to admit, it's quite hard. It's dynamic mode, it's the hardest suspension setting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is very stiff, isn't it? Yeah. And again, when we did the Gumball, we had it in comfort, and because you can Which one? Oh, individual.
Individual, you can alter so many different things on individual, and have the setup however you want. I've got it that everything is dynamic except the suspension.
Yeah.
So that's all that it's just, it rides a bit nice if you.
Oh, so individual. So that's kind of the best. Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I would normally drive, is individual, everything dynamic except the suspension, and that's just in comfort.
Yeah.
And then it's just a bit nicer if you are going over a rough, bumpy road, then you don't, you still got the luxury, but you've also got a little bit firmer everything else.
Sure. And the UK, like Chris Harris and a lot of people go on about, the UK, our roads are shocking, especially South Bucks. So comfort is actually a better, even if you're pushing on, it gives you better traction in corners because the car's getting so unsettled.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about this setup on this car's factory setting is the Continental tyres, the tyre choice.
Right.
I find that a lot of the time if I'm going down roads or motorways where you've got, where lorry grooves are in the inside lane, it likes to pull towards,
tram line on the yeah.
And it's just the way that this particular tyre is cut and the groove, the line on it.
Yeah,
and it's bizarre how much it affects it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing I'd kind of look to change.
What would you change to? Next one be?
I don't know, to be honest. Pirelli or Michelin.
Yeah.
Michelin.
Just to
Is that
see.
Michelin one you like, Joe?
Well, the Michelin Pilot Supersports are fantastic, but they've just brought out a new one, a PS4.
That's right.
Which is really meant to be the absolute business. So be good if Michelin could give us some tyres one day and go and destroy them on a track somewhere. We're going to go get some lunch, and we're going to do some stuff after lunch, but I think it's a good time to wrap this piece up as we're all in the car together. But I just wanted to say a massive thanks to Ben, man. Honestly, it's been a real pleasure meeting you, and it's lovely. Like, cars bring like-minded people together, and obviously thanks a lot for Brendan coming out. And
had an amazing time. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome, man.
It was great, and please make sure you check out and follow Ben's Instagram and Brendan, and I'll put the links to them below, etc. But yeah, really awesome day, beautiful car. Any questions or whatever, just ask me below. Yeah, please make sure you subscribe, like, and don't leave me any rude comments. Cheers, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you at the next one. Right, so one thing I forgot to mention earlier on is a company called King's Automotive. Again, I'll put a link underneath in the description box. They basically look after Ben's cars. They do detailing or valeting and make this car look as good as it did, at least this morning.